Let's move from agriculture now to the markets for a moment. The government will borrow less. Many people in the markets in India Inc. say that's good news because it will not crowd out other borrowers from the market. Is that good news?
If it is true, then it's good news. But
you suspect it's not good news.
I suspect the figures. I'll just give you one example.
Yeah.
That example is that between the actuals of 2008-9, the additional collection in 2009-10 is only 33,000 crore rupees. In 2010-11, the projected gross revenue receipts are, something over 7 lakh crore, but the additionality is 1,14,000 crore. 1,14,000 crore. Can we realize that amount of money even if we grow at 9%, at 10%? Is it possible? Next year the finance minister appealed to God Indra to be kind to him. Okay? Now even if God Indra is kind and we have a good monsoon and let's say agriculture grows by 4%, 5%, that will be a major contribution. Industrial economy growing on a weak base of last year and this year, let's say will grow even by double digit. But the corporate's capacity to pay will not increase so substantially that you will get so much in corporation tax, you will get so much in income tax. In fact, if you look at the fine print, you will find that the realization from income tax next year is projected as less than the current year, the revised estimate of the current year, personal income tax. But there is a huge increase in customs, in excise. How is this going to be realized? I have serious doubts.
And I also wanted to ask you, in your mind, which way do you see interest rates going in the next quarter?
Only up and up. The public sector banks might be under instructions not to talk about it. But if the public sector banks have to compete with the private sector banks, then they have to increase interest rates. And you are seeing this trend in the market that interest rates are already firming up. Both deposit as well as lending rates are firming up.
That's right.
So we are moving towards a high cost economy once again. And that is my fundamental objection to this budget, that we are going to push the economy into a high cost zone from which it had recovered after a great deal of effort. So high interest rates, high inflation, and I'm sorry to say one sector we have not talked about. This budget is a great setback for the real estate sector, for the housing sector.
Why do you say that?
Because they have imposed service tax for houses under construction, and this is going to add to the burden of housing. So whether it's commercial real estate, it is residential real estate,
it's all going to go more expensive.
It's going to go more expensive. And I remember the finance minister talking about something he did in 1984 and he was revising now. But, I will refer to this, that I had given income tax concession on interest paid on housing loan up to 150,000 rupees some 10, 11 years ago. And that remains static. That should have been increased. Housing is a sector which will drive the economy. And therefore, housing and real estate should have received much more attention from the finance minister.
We started this interview by saying it's an annual ritual. It has become an annual ritual. Let me then end the interview also by asking a question that has become customary. One thing then, Yashwant Sinha, that you liked about the budget?
I like Pranab Mukherjee, the presenter of this budget.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for your time. Thank you.